What is good, guys? What is good? We need to talk about Nate Wiggins. Now, I can't believe I haven't made a video on Nate Wiggins yet. Nate Wiggins is a good corner. He's a damn good corner, bro. You know, he came out in 2024 NFL draft, ran a 4.28. Baltimore picked him up. And with Jesse Minter coming over, I really feel like he's really going to mold in with what he'll want with a more physical defense, right? Baltimore has players, but for whatever reason, they just can't get it done. New head coach, defensive-minded guy. I think it's going to bring out the best in a lot of players. You see right here, his snap count went up from his rookie year. I mean, we see that with a lot of rookies, right? He had 69 tackles this past season, 60.4 receiving percentage. Now, I mean, that is up, but you also got to remember that he had more snaps, so, you know, a little bit skewed. But 10.8 yards per reception, down from 13.1. Along with giving about 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 9 pass breakups. And you can't see it off to the right here, but 3 less penalties than his rookie year. So we only had 5 compared to 8. And yeah, right before we hop into it, you got to also remember, he is part of that 2024 cornerback draft. And it was absolutely stacked. You had Quinyon Mitchell, Terrion Arnold, Kool-Aid McKinstry, Kamari Lassiter, Cooper DeJean, along with Nate Wiggins being in that class, and Baltimore just so happened to pick him up. All right, but let's dive straight into the film. So you see him right here up at the top of the screen. Looks like they're up against Cleveland. Cleveland's coming out of shotgun. Looks like we've got a twins on this side, so a 2-1 look, single wide receiver. Let's see what Nate Wiggins can do up at the top right there on this play. See what he can do. A little bit of a back pedal. Boom, breaks on the ball. And I mean, it was pretty accurate pass, but he was kind of all over that. Look at that break. Super reactant. Boom, he's all over that. And I mean, he got a little bit handsy with the wide receiver, right? But he wasn't disrupting. He's just super reactant, and he was quick on the break. Look at that. Boom, breaks on it. Wide receiver stumbles a little bit, but hey, he got that PBU though. He got that PBU, bro. He got that pass breakup. I thought this was a really good break on the ball. Look at this. Boom. PBU. I really like that play. All right, on this play, looks like they're up against... Oh, they're still up against Cleveland, my bad. But looks like we got a bunch set out of shotgun down here at the bottom. So a 3-1 look. And he's going to be more pressed up on the line right here, right? A little bit more of a physical approach. Let's see what he can do on this play. Okay, so you see him get that interception right there, right? You see him come up with that. And is he going to get him for 6? Oh, he's almost there. He's almost there. Dude, Wiggins got a little bit lucky on this one. Luckily, he had safety help over the top with Kyle Hamilton. But you'll see right here, right? He was in man-to-man coverage, and it wasn't really all that bad to man-to-man coverage. Like, look at this. Takes the inside, and he's literally all over the wide receiver. But after that break, he just breaks down and kind of lets off his guy. And I'm assuming he was in man-to-man coverage. Maybe he wasn't, but that's just what it looked like. But you'll see. He saw exactly where he saw the play breaking down, saw the quarterback scrambling out to the right. And he's like, oh, I'm going to go get a pick. And that's exactly what he did right here. Look at this. Makes a play on the ball. I'm pretty sure that's David Njoku. Comes up with the pick and gets the big interception. Like, sometimes going off script when you're supposed to be sticking with a guy, hey man, sometimes it can work towards your favor. That's exactly what happened with Wiggins on that play. All right, let's see what he can do on this play up against the Detroit Lions. Looks like it's Isaac Tesla, I'm pretty sure. Let's see what he can do. Super sticky coverage. And I mean, we're talking about a crossing route. A crossing route is not that easy to defend, but like, look at that. He's sticking with him. Trail technique on the backside. Ball's almost there. Gets the right hand on his hip. Swipes through with the left. Really good pass breakup. Plays through the ball. Like, look at that, bro. You can't ask for any better coverage than that. And this wide receiver on Detroit, he's way better than his stats tell. Like, he just didn't get the ball thrown to a lot because of Jamison Williams and Amon-Ra. But he's a pretty good wide receiver. But look at Nate Wiggins play that, bro. Boom. Gets that pass breakup. All right, then we have looks like we're up against the Los Angeles Rams. Again, Wiggins up at the line of scrimmage. Looks like Marlon Humphrey is too. Let's see what he can do on this play. Looks like Devontae Adams. You know, they didn't throw his way, but Devontae Adams kind of sauced him right here. And I mean, this is just vet up against young player. You know, we see this often. And right off the bat, like, look at that. He plays it really good, but that break inside, I mean, that's just Davante Adams at his best, right? So that's something that he's going to need to work on, you know, just kind of tightening that up a little bit. Because the thing with Nate Wiggins is his speed, for the most part, his 4.28 speed matches his, it matches his technique. Some players, their technique does not match their speed. If the speed does not match the technique, all that shit goes out the window, bro. Like, it's not going to make you a good corner. With Nate Wiggins, you see it a lot, and he's just continuing to get better, and I don't really think we've seen the best from him yet. I just don't. All right, on this play, it looks like they're up against the Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati's coming out of shotgun with the twins look on each side. Again, we got Wiggins super physical at the line of scrimmage. Let's see what he can do on this play. They're going to try to hit the end. Nope. Come back to the ball. And he gets the pass breakup. Like, look at that, dude. They were trying to run like an in, I'm pretty sure. Unless he was trying to run a whip. He might have been trying to run a whip. And, I mean, Wiggins got a little bit physical up at the top right there, right? Like, maybe the ref calls a little bit of a flag right there because there was a little bit of a hold. But I thought he did a really good job. Like, look at Joey B being forced out to the bottom right here. And he's trying to keep that play active. Wide receiver breaks to the pylon. And he does a really good job of just sticking with him. Because on plays like this, where the play breaks down, wide receivers really tend to, kind of just get lost in the sauce. And I thought Wiggins did a really good job of just kind of sticking with him and knowing exactly where his guy was in a man-to-man situation. Look at that. Pass breakup. All right, then we got him on this play. Another one. Looks like it's Cincinnati again. Little bit of a cushion right here, about 7-yard cushion. Let's see what he can do on this play up against Jamar Chase. Oof, and Jamar Chase. Ooh, he almost got the pick. Look at that. Backpedal, backpedal, backpedal. Opens up his hips. And, dude, he turned his back. He turned his back towards the whole rest of the field. That lets me know, and I could be wrong, bro's watching film, bro. Like, he probably thought that this was going to be a comeback route, and that's literally what it looked like Jamar Chase was going to run. Jamar Chase ended up stumbling, but Nate Wiggins is all over this, bro. He is all over this. Look at that. Boom. Breaks down. Gets the pass breakup. Damn near got the interception, too. I mean, we're talking about one of the wide receiver that a lot of people are like, hey, he's the best, right? Depending on the week. But it was a really good play by Wiggins. All right. Looks like we're up against the New England Patriots on this play. Looks like the Patriots are coming out in a kind of a little, I wouldn't say a bunch set, little kind of like a tight trips. But look at him up at the top right there. And I mean, he is as close as you can get to that line of scrimmage. Let's see what he can do on this play up against Diggs. Is that Diggs? Yeah, bro, that's Diggs. And like, look at that. He kind of just bullied him on that route up at the top right there. Look at that. Boom. Gets the pass break up. And you know Stephon Diggs was asking for that too. You know he's telling that ref, he's like, hey, that's a penalty. But I know it's a little bit hard to see up at the top right there. But Diggs has his hand fully extended along with Wiggins. And at that point, 50-50, wide receiver and cornerback, both being physical. Ref just lets him play it out. And that's exactly what happens on that play. I like that. All right, let's see what he can do on this play up against the New England Patriots. Looks like he's in a little bit of a cushion. Probably about 9 yards off ball. Looks like Patriots coming out in a 2-1 look. Twins on this side, single up at the top. Let's see what he can do. And dude, he broke on that. I mean, that wide receiver telegraphed that slant, and he was all over that. Like, look at this. Sometimes being off ball can work towards your advantage, and it did on this play because, to be real with you, he probably should have got a pick right there. But hey, he's a DB. We're here for pass breakups, low incompletions, a low completion percentage, and I thought he did a really good job right here. But it would have been dope as hell if he would have came up with the pick, because he's taking that shit back for 6 down where the bottom of my head is right here, right? He's taking that thing to the house, but this is still a really good play by Wiggins right here. Look at that. All right, then on this play, it looks like they're up against Pittsburgh Steelers. We got him up at the top right here. Another play where he's about 10-yard cushion. See what he can do. And I mean, he was a little bit late to the ball right there. I'm going to be real with you. Like, he was off ball. He was a little bit late to the ball. Like, right here, this guy has him beat. He does have him beat. But you see right here, he does a really good job on the follow-up. Closes in on the ball. Boom. Gets a hand in there. Gets a pass breakup. And I like how he closed on the ball, right? Because I'm like, right here, I'm like, oh, A-Rod, throw that ball right here. That thing's probably going to be completed. But he didn't. Wait a little bit longer. Nate Wiggins closed in on that. Boom, and look at that. Got the left hand in there. Played the hands and played the ball, get the pass breakup. It's no first down. No first down for Pittsburgh. All right, on this play, looks like they got a spread trips down here at the bottom. No, you can't see the one wide receiver. He's behind my body in the frame. But you see the single up at the top, and we got Nate Wiggins right here. Let's see what they can do on this play. Look at that. They're gonna try to hit the out with the tight end, and he just wasn't having it. Look at that. He's all over this shit. Boom. Breaks on the ball. Gets a little bit of a hand on him. Boom. Plays through with the right hand. And you know, one thing that frustrates me with DBs is when they let tight ends outrun them. I understand some of these tight ends are very athletic, but sometimes I'm like, bro, you guys are faster than most of them. So right here, you saw his speed work towards his advantage, and he played it really well. Like nothing was happening on that play. Look at that. Boom. Pass breakup. All right, then we have this play up against the Chicago Bears. Looks like he has about, again, 10-yard cushion, 10, 11-yard cushion, whatever. Let's see what he can do. Up at the top. Jumps on that crosser. Boom, picks it off. Boom, picks it off. Like trail technique, you couldn't ask for it any better than that. Look at this. Up at the top right here. Again, another play where off ball just worked toward his advantage. Look at that. And as soon as he started to angle this route inside, he was all over that. Look at his hips turn super fast. Boom, right there. Then he's closing in on the ball. Trail technique, backside to wide receiver. That's how he's able to undercut that ball, and that's exactly what he did right here. Look at that. Whoo! Look at that. He's already celebrating, and he's not even... he's still in field, too. Look at that. He's already celebrating. But, no, dude. Wiggins, I'm telling you. Wiggins, we haven't seen the best from Nate Wiggins. We haven't. Like, there is still so much left on the bone. And I think that he could elevate his game with Jesse Minter, along with a lot more of those Baltimore players. Because the truth is, when it comes to Baltimore, I think that their defense is extremely talented, like I talked about in my the Max Crosby trade video. But I just don't think the defensive coaches in the staff have brought out the best in some of these players. And I'm expecting Nate Wiggins to take that next step. I really am. He's better than Marlon Humphrey. That's just my opinion. He's better than Marlon Humphrey. So, yeah, I think he's going to raise the floor. I don't know. You guys let me know what you guys think. Be sure to drop a like. Let me know what you guys think about this upcoming season and the past season with Nate Wiggins, because I'm pumped. Anyways, guys, appreciate you watching. It's your boy, Shady Luke. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. All we do is talk football here. And, yeah, appreciate you watching. It's your boy, Shady Luke, and I'm outie. Deuces.